Okay. Thank you, KJ sir. So I would like to begin the session with a warm welcome to each and everyone present here. So, does it one? Slide. Present on that. Mm. Hello. I'm audible, ma'am? Hello.
Hello.
My slide is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So we are here for a webinar on faculty development program. But before that, I will explain and I will tell you about the original employment exchange and the concept of MCC. So after completion the session, the object of this session, you will be the familiar with the concept of employment exchange and concept of model career center. And then second is the understand post COVID-19 scenario in the perspective of as teacher or as a job seeker or students. And then we will discuss about the know about the adolescents and what are the adolescents and how to career choice are affected of the adolescents and their parental concern also. And lastly, we will discuss about the what are the skills required for the career guidance as a teacher and as a career advisor. So, before now we will discuss about the NCS, National Career Service. So, National Career Service is launched by the Ministry of Labor and Employment Government of India on 20th July 2015 at the hands of Honorable Prime Minister of India. And recently, it has completed 5 years. Actually, NCS motto is right opportunity on lifetime. So it is basically formed for the quick and efficient employment and career related services. So National Career Service, they have formed one portal, and this portal is consists job seeker. Job seeker means students, those who are unemployment and those who are studying in, from 10 to 12 and graduation PG. And the second is employer also is there, registered employer. So they have some vacancies. So they can post their vacancies on NCS portal. Then they will recruit from the portal to the unemployment youth. And then local service provider also is registered. And then career counselors, more than 2,000 career counselors are registered on that portal because most of the students they are not aware about their career perspective. So this government offer. So these they have added a career counselor. So more than 2,000 career counselor also registered on that portal. So easily any student can access and reach to them. Then skill provider, mostly when they will go for the counseling, they are not able to understand about their skills. So when counselor, career counselor or school counselor guide them about their skills, so they will go for the training. So their skill provider also is available on that portal, so they can contact them and get skill training. And then lastly, the placement organization. So, and all these services are free on that portal. And recently, we have that NCS portal has tie up with the Tata Consultancy Service. So they will provide the training for soft skills, skill development training program, including impactful presentation, learning etiquettes, manners, how to write an effective emails, improve their interpersonal relationships, and preparing resume, cover letter. So these all things they will be provide on the online training program because of this COVID pandemic situation, and so they are also providing online training program like we are doing this conducting this program. And the more important things for the school students, this portal has more than 52 sectors career related information in detail. In detail means, for example, if somebody wants to become an animator, so how many hours he has to work, how much he has to pay, and in what are the skills required for the as a animator. So these all the details are available on that portal. And apart from we have on that portal aptitude and interest test because mostly when a student will go outside, then it will the organization will take the charge to 2,000 to 3,000. I don't know exactly about the Goa, but when you will go to the Mumbai or Bangalore or Kerala, they will take from 2,000 to 4,000 something for two tests, aptitude and interest test. But on this portal, the students can access the free of cost these all the tests. And as of now, we have more than 1 crore job seeker students registered on that portal, and around 57,000 employers, those who are providing job to the unemployment youth. And also we have 2 lakhs, about 2 lakhs active vacancies, those who are uploaded by the different employers across the country. And now I'm uh, coming on the MCC, our Regional Employment Exchange. So actually, we are dealing with three kinds of persons. First is job seeker, second is student, and third is employers. So job seekers mostly they will come here and they will registered as a unemployment youth in our employment exchange Panjim. So apart from these, students also are coming because most of time we are organizing career guidance session, career counseling session. But in present time, because of that unexpected situation of pandemic, we are doing online career counseling, individual counseling as well as the group counseling. So students also will get benefited from the regional employment exchange. And third is our stakeholder is the employers. So the employers also registered on our portal, Goan portal, and they will notify the vacancy on the portal. So according to their requirement, we have to send them the list of the candidate, and they'll call them and conduct the interview and for the unemployment youth. So easily they will get job in that concerned industry. And our second part is model career center. So mostly we are we are doing here online job seeker registration, career guidance and counseling, and skill development program like soft skills. And the biggest activity is the job fair placement drive because when we will conduct the job fair, thousands and thousands unemployment youth will join the job fair, and they will definitely benefited from the fair. And the outcomes of the our employment exchange, when user or students or employee will come and they will get benefited, then they will be the satisfied. So that is our outcomes. And all these services are totally free of cost. And apart from these, time to time we are organizing some seminars, workshops, and for example, last 10 to 15 years, we have conducted more than 10 same webinars or workshops for teachers and students for different stakeholders. And sometimes we have to conduct the psychological assessment also to find out the aptitude, interest, personality, and some other inner ability to of the job seekers. And also we will conduct some life skill trainings. You know, the life skill trainings, it is very, very needed to each and everyone today. Because in life skill we will discuss later in next slide. So this is the role of our Regional Employment Exchange MCC Model Career Center in Goa. And now I'm coming on the post scenario job, post COVID 19 job scenario. So the first thing is worried about the career, because the students are very, very worried about their career, because now, you know, the 10th and 11th and 12th class students, they are not getting teaching from the face to face. Everything is going to online. So they are not maybe comfortable. Some are not that much expert in the digitization. So that is the main problem. And second is the less number of opportunity. As you are working in a teaching field, so you must be aware about this, because of this COVID situation, the opportunity is going to less by less, less to less. So third is that too less job and too many competitors. Because of this scenario, the job is most recently study. I don't know. It is done by Dainik Bhaskar or some other news agency. 2.1 crores youths are lost their job because of this scenario. So now in coming days, the job and the competitor may be the very high. So there will be the very much competition. And fourth is the employer may become too specific about the selection, because before that they will conduct the written exam, and according based on that exam result they will provide the job to unemployment. But in this scenario, they will be the too specific, because what they required, what skills they required, so they will find out these skills, because this is online. So nowadays the interview is going on the this Sky app and YouTube, or this Google Meet or Zoom app. So through this digitization, they are doing everything. Increase job in online and digital side, because nowadays, in for example, if we'll talk about the software engineers, so mostly these engineers are working in work from home, and they are doing online job there. So the students also must be aware about how to use this online process. And the major challenges for the youth is the communication and society skill. This is specific for the school students, because they have to lack their communication, and they are not aware about how to decide their goal, how to set their goal. So these are the our scenario of the post COVID. So we have to focus on that also after that. Now we will come on the adolescents, because you know, we talk about the Vidyahalaya school. So mostly in oldest days we are listening about the Vidyahalaya is our second home for the students, and family is the first and Vidyalaya is the second. So as a teacher, you are the second parents for the students, and you maybe you know the full form of the family. So family, F for father, and A for and M for mother. So we can say fam, father and mother, and ILY. So I love you. So these is we mostly use in family, father and mother, I love you. So you are the second parents of the students. So you have also treat as a your children, because this is they are almost 8 to 10 hours spent with you daily. So as a parents, you have to act. So all the students from this school, they are in the period of the adolescence. So first we have to understand the concept of the adolescence. So adolescence in the country has been recognized as a distinct subgroup by the government of India. And before that, the Planning Commission also, but nowadays is Niti Aayog. With the adoption of our National Youth Policy, and Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has been recognized as a nodal agency for the adolescent development program. And in according to our National Youth Policy 2003, there was the adolescent, the youth age is in 13 to 35, but recently we have got another youth policy in 2014. So in that youth policy, they revived the age group of the youth 16 to 29. So these all students comes under the our this one youth policy. So that's why the Youth Affairs and Sports has been recognized as the nodal agency for the adolescent development program. Adolescence is a vital stage of growth and development. It is marked by the transition from the child to adult. It is characterized by rapid physical and physiological changes resulting in sexual, psychosocial, and behavioral maturation. Also, the stage when adolescent is the stage when the young people extend their relationship even sometimes in teaching staff also, and intensely influenced by their peers and the outside world. As adolescents mature cognitively, their mental process become more analytical. They are now capable to abstract thinking, better articulation, and the developing an independent ideology. And these are truly the years of the creativity, idealism, and a spirit of the adventure. They are very energetic in this period, in these years. They are very enthusiastic. But these also the year of the experimentation and risk taking, because most of time they are comes under the peer pressure. So the negative peer pressure also will come, and of taking informed decision of crucial issues, especially relating to their body and sexuality. And this is the time where they will find their identity. And the thing is that how adolescents cope with these challenges and determine largely by the environment. Adult, this of an individual's life, a period of increasing potential, but also one is the greater vulnerability. So basically, adolescents, the age group, according to our ministry, we generally we say that is the 10 to 19 years. And first, they are also divided these years from 10 to 19. First 3 years, early adolescent, and 14 to 17 the middle, late adolescents. So it is a phase of transition. So millions of in India comprise 220 population, and their number are constantly rising. And you will see because we call the teacher is the your observation also is very because in your class, suppose or 32 or 50 students, so each and everyone you know very well who is the good in Sanskrit, who is good in Konkani. So that is the your observation. So we can say you are playing the playing the role for their future. Different because in these mostly they are disturb following the rules, creating problems. This is adolescents have high and provided are keen to be recognized as useful, productive, productive and participating citizens of the society. So, characteristics. So definitely, it is we can say in physical changes they are puric hair, their voice is going length and their physical changes. So mental process in their emotions. So what are the and reproductive maturity will come that is the development of the advanced mental process. So they are thinking very high in this I want the career teaching purpose also they are mostly they are dependent on their teachers and their peer groups. They expect from more from their colleagues, their friends. So these are the about the characteristics of the adolescents. Now we come on the adolescents issues because this is the very crucial age for the choosing their career path. So here the teacher is playing a vital role for help them, how to guide them, and what are the right path for them. So the concern is that first is psychological concern. So in psychological concern, we discussed in last slide developing the identity, developing an identity. So it is actually an ability to explore their potential and establish a positive image. Most of the because of the peer influence and sometimes is family also is not supported, so they will make their negative image. So in this period, we have to find out their concern. If there is related to identity, you have to establish a positive image to them. And strictly mobility, especially for the girls, because limited their choice and aspirations. Most of the thing in Goa it is okay because it is very small state. But in we will talk about the Bihar and Jharkhand and some districts of the Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. So there is a very limited choice for the girls and aspirations also. If till and their parents are not allowed to go outside the city because of their values, they have their certain family values, some society values. So that is the reason. So here, as a teacher, you should provide adolescents with opportunity to dream, to motivate them to understand themselves and fulfill their aspirations. So this is the small part as a teacher we can play here. And second is the managing emotions because of these adolescents issues, their physical, their mental, their cognitive, and their physiological changes. Their emotions also is disturbed. So very often they are unable to understand the emotional turmoils, lack of the knowledge regarding bodily and emotional, and they are not aware supportive environment to share their concern and others. Mostly if they have some problem, they will discuss with their peer groups. They are not asking from the teachers and their parents. So here you will provide the counseling facility because in most of the areas there is no counseling facility or no school counselor or no psychological or clinical counselors are available. So teacher is the as a you can play as a teacher as a career advisor or their career counselor role. So here you have to help them to understand their concern and build coping skills to help them deal with their emotions. So they can control their emotions, and accordingly they will act in the future. So that is not affected on their career perspective. And third is the building relationship, because you might be aware about the adolescents relationship. So adults have high expectations from adolescents. Even we have also the certain high expectations from the adolescents. They will do, even parents also. If that is depend on their education also. In parents, suppose example, one parents working as an engineer, so they want to become, their son or daughter also become the engineer. But that is not possible, because the adolescents have their own ideology. So adults are not aware of the adolescents' right to choose, what they choose, how to choose. So that is the biggest problem with them. And also there is the mutual attraction between the boys and girls in this period. It is the common, but certain biases in our society. So do not allow them to meet with their members of the opposite sex freely and establish healthy and relationships based on their respective and understanding. So these are the problems, and because of this, the generation gap is increasing day by day. So here you are act as a career advisor or as a their advisor to enable them to develop critical thinking skill. So they will understand the concept of physical and emotional boundaries within their relationship with their parents, with their peers, with their teachers, with their colleagues. Easily they can overcome from the relationship issues. And for the dependence on the peer group, so that we already discussed. Because of the negative peer group, they will choose the wrong line. So adolescents find it difficult to resist peer pressure. Influence of their friends sometimes lead to them experiment risky sexual behavior and resulting in lifelong consequences. So peer pressure actually from the peer group to, they will go for the smoke, take alcohol and some drugs. These are the risky behavior. So here you can build assertive behavior skill and negotiation skills of the adolescents to enable them to resist negative peer pressure. And also health related concern, because you know some part of the country, the people are not much educated, so they are not bothering about their nutrition. And sometimes in when you go another state, sometimes they'll go for the child marriage and unwanted pregnancy also. So here you have to enhance their understanding the role of the physical and emotional changes, and bring about the attitudinal change to ensure that the nutritional needs and adults needs of the adolescents, especially girls, are adequately met because of their bodily demand. Also we can say in early marriage or in child marriage. Here also you can promoting the girls education and enforcement the legal acts, teach them about the legal act of the child marriage, and these all the concern about the related to health concern. And our topic is our main issue is the career and future perspective, because as a teacher you are working as a career advisor also. Most of time you are providing them the support mentally as well as the physically. So mostly adolescents are worried about their future, their career. They lack information about their career options, what they have, what they don't want, what they want. So the pressure from the parents also to opt for a particular career, and sometimes because of their peer pressure. So here you have to provide them the career guidance to adolescents as well as their parents also. That is a very important point, because most of time we will provide the guidance to the adolescents or student, but their parent are not agree with that career. So when you go for the counseling of the students, you will call also the parents and teach them about the student's interest and aptitudes and what ability he or she has. So you have to counseling their parents also. So this is the mostly adolescent faces the issue. So you have play a vital role for the sort out these issues. Because of these all issues, the adolescents and the student or the students, they will get sometimes stress, sometimes anxiety, and slowly because of this stress and anxiety, sometimes after some time their poor performance will start. So here you have to identify their symptoms, why their poor performance is started. And for example, if a student got in 8th class 90% marks, and he want to choose the science, but his parents said, no, don't go for the science stream, we'll go for the commerce stream. And then by the parental pressure, he will choose the commerce stream. And in ninth class, he will lose his some marks. His marks will be that decrease. And 10th, also it is performance is worst day by day. And some after some times he will continue. He will be the dropout of from the school. So because all these these situation will be coming because of the stress and their unwanted selection of the subject. So here you have to find out the symptoms, sign or symptoms, why they are doing this poor performance. So sometimes their cognitive symptoms, emotional symptoms, physical symptoms, and behavioral symptoms. So here we can easily find out the symptom. As a teacher, mostly you are listen. Sir, my today my yesterday was my stomach pain. That's why I did not come to the school. And somebody else, no, sir, I got headache, so I did not attend your period. So because of these, we can easily find out the symptoms of the sign and symptoms of the stress and poor performance. So when we will discuss about the cognitive symptoms, memory problem. Most of the students, they cannot recognize properly, they cannot memorize properly, they cannot tell to the teacher orally. They cannot describe the chapter or some concept of the subject. Inability to concentrate, they cannot concentrate properly. And poor judgment. Sometimes they have to judge very poorly because of the cognitive problem. They will see only the negative thing. They did not think about the positivity. So these anxious or racing thoughts and constant worrying, regularly they are worried, not only the one day, it will take 2 days, 5 days, 10 days, month and 6 months, and even yearly also. But it is very dangerous when the worrying constantly month by month. So it will take, it will increase their stress level, and slowly they will go for in the depression. So these are the cognitive symptoms. Whereas the emotional symptoms, sometimes they are moody. They don't want to talk to any teacher. They don't want to talk to their peer group. So this is the moodiness. So sometimes they will sit quiet and calm. They don't want to talk to the others. They are, if you look them, they will, you will see them. It's like they are irritability or short temper. Shortly they will get anger, aggression, and inability to relax. Sometimes they are playing, they cannot relax. Continuously they are playing hours and hours. So these are the symptoms of the emotions. A sense of loneliness and isolation and depression in general, unhappiness. And whereas the physical symptoms, pain, diarrhea, constipation, nausea, dizziness, chest pain, rapid heartbeat, loss of sex drive, frequent colds, these are the physical symptoms. Whereas the behavioral symptoms, if you talk, so sometimes the adolescents, sometimes they will eat more, uh, sometimes they eat very less comparison to the normal diet. So second is the sleeping too much or too little. Sometimes they'll sleep 10 to 14 hours, 10 to 12 hours. Sometimes they'll sleep 4 to 6 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, like this. So these are the behavioral symptoms. Isolating yourself from others, procrastination, neglecting responsibility. When you will give them some homeworks, they will do the last moment. So always they are using procrastinating. So they don't want to ask to teachers, ask to their peer groups. So silently they are sitting and last moment. they will submit their assignment, their written copy like this. And because of all these things, they are using alcohol, cigarette, and drugs to relax. So these are the we call that is the risky behavior, because here onwards their risk will start, and nervousness. So when you will identify their nervousness, so easily you can identify. Mostly those who are nervous, they will for example, they are beating their nails, pacing. Sometimes they are rubbing their hands like this. So these are the sign and symptoms of the stress, or we can say the poor performance. And apart from this, also you have to understand about the learning disability, because sometimes they cannot learn the one subject, and we think that they are not good in study, they are doing unknowingly. So in learning disability, sometimes they feel dyslexia, math calculia, and sometimes these. But because of all things, because of these all things, their poor performance, and they will sometimes they will get out from the school. So as a parents, second parents of the students, we have to identify their learning disability also. So according to that, we have to provide there for them the remedial teaching. Why these all things I deciding there? Career choice. So now we'll come on the importance of career choice, because we discussed already signs, symptoms, and everything. And the career choice is very, very important nowadays, especially in the pandemic situation, because of the society is totally changed nowadays. We are not able to teach them face to face in the classroom, and because of the globalization, you can see easily, especially in Goa, the mostly the foreigners will come, and the tourister will come across the globes, and as well as the Indian also. So easily we can identify the impact of the globalization in the, especially in North Goa. And the competition also is very high, because open the date for the admission, so suddenly we'll get thousands and thousands for the application. I'm not talking about the schools, I'm talking about the competition exam, admission in the university like Delhi University, JNU, and some other reputed university, IITs, NITs like this. So the competition also is very high. So it is teach them how to choose their career and how to select their subject in 11th class, or in graduation or PG. And the opportunity also is increasing nowadays. In your time, even in my time, in oldest time, there is very less opportunity. Only 4, 5, or 10 to 12, 15 jobs. But nowadays, is engineering is just normal, like BA or BCom or 10. Lakhs and lakhs rupees are we are spending for the children's education. So we have to teach them in properly. And importance 200 types of engineering available. And we are talking about the mercantile attitude, because interest we can develop for the short period of the time, where aptitude is the inborn ability. When we will come out from the mother womb, it will come with us. So we cannot change it, but we have to identify and go through it. So there will be the more chance for the successful. Then personality. Our personality is the combination of the many traits. So we have to find out these all traits like ability, skills. So which skills we have for which job they are suitable. So we have to identify. So as a career advisor, you have to identify your students' personality or students' aptitude or students' interests, and according to that, you have to guide them and their values. Because if, for example, I'll give you one example. If you will guide to your student, you will go for UPSC coaching in Delhi. But his or her family values are not allowed to go outside from the Goa. So how can the students will go there for coaching for the UPSC? So you have to focus on the cultural, societal values also, and as well as the students' aspiration and their attitude also, if they are willing to join the coaching or not. And external factors from the outside. For example, options. What are the options available? If we are guiding them about you will join the career in a hacking, but his hacking course is not available in Goa. So how can they will join that? And their values, their families is not permitted to go out from the Goa. So it is very difficult to them. So we can say here the external factor, that the option is not available, then they cannot join the course. So that's why the affected the career by the external factor. Educational qualification. What are the requirement of the education? These all the info the jobs in available in the Goa. So according to the jobs and current situation, current trends, you have to tell them these are the current options are available in the Goa, and within them you have to choose. And even if possible, you will get also the parental preference. If, for example, if you will guide to the student and the expenses is very high and their family income is not that much, so the parental are not to be the ready for the admission in that particular stream or courses. So before the guiding the student, you have to take parental preference also. And when we'll talk about the parents, career choice of adolescents and parental concern. When we'll talk about the parental concern, there is a lot of concern as we discussed socioeconomic status. So because status, economic status, what's their family income, annual or monthly, whatever may be. So we have to think about their status also, economic status, and parental educational employment. For example, if those who are working in a farming sector, maybe or might be they are not that much open-minded to send their daughters to the Delhi or Bangalore or Pune. So in that case, you have to collect the information from the parents, their education, their employment condition, how much they have the financially strong, how much they have to expend the money for their children's education, and these all things we have to collect it from the parents and their family. And whereas the proximity of the institution and safety of their words and later posting. So these also we have to focus when guiding the students, and also we'll get the opinions from the friends, neighbors, and media. If we are not that much strong in that particular area, for example, if somebody wants to become a lab technician, but we don't have much knowledge about the lab technician, how to become a lab technician. So we can collect this information from the friends, and if a neighbor is there, somebody is who is working in the lab, and even in media also. Nowadays the internet is the biggest source for getting all the information, and also we have to know about the current and what is going on. And nowadays, if we are talking about the nowadays the online process, so each and everyone to know the how to use these different various kinds of apps, like online teaching apps, Sky app, Zoom, Google Meet, these, and how to work the online. So these are the concern from the parent side. And where is the some concern from the adolescent sides also. So we have to think about there, because mostly they are choosing their career based on their marks from the last class, peer influence, societal influence, status. They will see their neighbor is the judge, so they want to become a judge by seeing the neighbor. So because he has some big bungalows, he has a car. So the children, adolescents are seeing their bungalows, cars, and their status. Everybody is saying good morning, good evening. That's why they are prepare their mental set. So this is the another concern. Economic and other benefit also, definitely, because now the students are depend on their parents and family to for a single paisa to buy something, to do something, everything. So this is the current trends, what is going on, the current trends. So the already why I am showing these slides, because after the listening the parental concern and adolescent concern, you have to give them the advice. And this advice may be talk to the adolescents on his or her aspiration. But whatever maybe he is saying or her saying, don't reject. Allow expression. Allow them to express their view, their point of view, what they want to become, what they want to do, what is their interested subject. Maybe that is not your interested subject, but there is interested. Through questioning, find out what he or she actually know about the career path, because their qualification requirement, their salary, prospective employers, everything you have to ask them, but allow them to express their view. Encouraging him or her to meet people in that particular field, what they want to become, or genuinely support him or her in that process. And parents should also get information about the career. Also, you will request to the parents, so they will also get the information and tell them to their children. And you have to dialogue with the adolescents and as well as the parents and explore their career together. So these are the your role here. And uh, okay, so we have next 5 more minutes, so we'll discuss about the you can act as a career counselor or as a career advisor for your students. So what are the skill required for the career guidance? So first skill is the self-awareness. Self-awareness, we mostly always we call this is the mother of the all skills, because self-awareness, you have to know about your strength, you have to know about your weakness, you have to know about your opportunities, you have to know about your threats. So through SWOT analysis and through Zohari window, we can find out our awareness. Mostly in this world, only few people are 100% aware. We cannot aware about 100% of our 100%. Swami Vivekananda, somehow, but not 100%. So when we talk about the self-awareness, there are a lot of dimensions under the self-awareness, like self-control, self-image, self-confidence, self-motivation, these all things. So 10, 12 dimensions of the self-awareness. So you must be aware about yourself, then you will guide to the student. Empathy. Second, empathy means you have to think about the another person point of view. This is the different from the sympathy. Empathy is the different. In sympathy, we have to sympathize with the person, but here we have to put ourselves on that person's view, and then we have to think about the from that angle point from that angles. So So this is called empathy. And critical thinking, critical thinking is, it is analysis, or we can say the judge the information about the student. So you have to, before the guiding the student, you have to think critically, analyze the student's behavior, student's symptoms, sign and symptom, student's awareness level, and according to you have to guide them. Then is new ideas about the career, new ideas about how to advise the students. Don't use the oldest ideas for the guiding them, you have to inform, giving the little, but you have to prepare some PowerPoint presentation according to their age and their interest area, and then you have to guide them. Then decision making, you have to tell them how to decide your career, about the career planning, about the goal setting, short term goal, long term goal, smart goal. So easily they can decide your career. And talk about the problem solving, when they will decide their career, automatically their problem will be solved, but you have to guide them the process of the problem solving, how can how they will solve their problem. For example, simple example, if somebody is, for example, from I am going to Madgaon from Panji, and one choraha will come, then I don't know about the Goa's road and some other geographical area. So I was confused about the where I have to go. So I have to ask to somebody else. I have to see the signboard. So according to that, I can solve my problem. So these ideas you have to utilize for solving their problems. Where is the effective? It is the effective communication is the very most important key skills. Why I am telling this? Because there are the mostly we are using the communication to inform, to influence, to explore our express our feelings. So students also they are using their feelings, explore their feelings, their influence therein. So there is three types of communication. First is output based communication. We have to speak, we have to write letter, and through email we have to inform to the other person, and we have to express our feeling to the other person. Whereas the second is the input. Sometimes we have to listen, sometimes we have to receive some letters, sometimes we have to receive some mail. That is the input based communication. While the third is the non-verbal communication is very important for the students, because as a teacher, as an advisor, you have to observe their non-verbal communication, their eye contact, their posture, their gesture, their sitting position, their head position, their hand position, their eye hand coordination. You have to focus on that. So easily you can observe them, you can guide them. And interpersonal relationship, the students' behavior, the students' role and situation depend on the environment. So we have to find out their interpersonal relationship. And for example, when you are conduct the prayer, what the situation, in that situation he is standing properly or not. So easily you can identify his behavior through the interpersonal relationship. And coping with the stress and emotions, we already discussed in the previous slide how to find out their stress level, their emotions. And how to all our students also the created as a unique personality, and they have different traits within their body. So we have to identify, utilize them, and according to their traits we have to guide them. They don't like everything, but like something. So whatever we are telling them, we are teaching them, we are guiding them, maybe they are not listening carefully to you, but something they will listen. They are not listening full 100% fully, but something they will listen. So don't bother about that. You have to tell them, you have to advise them. Whatever, maybe they will listen 10%, but that 10% is enough for us. So because of that 10%, they can choose their right career path, and they like it than anything else. They like it very their thinking is very high, so they don't want they are don't bother about the the teachers, parents, and some other elder person. So don't think about that. And they have to spend almost 40 years. That is the last 2 points is when they will join the job, they have to work for the industry or some government organization. So these 2 points for the working people purpose. And the last slide is how to success career explosion. So here, as a career advisor, first you have to know yourself, your skills, how to guide them. We already discussed the awareness, empathy, critical thinking, creative thinking. So you have to think about the 10 skills as a career advisor. Then explore. Then you have to practice that 10 skills to guide your student, and you have to set goals. This week I have to guide 5 students, and next week I have to guide 10 students. So you have to set small goal. Don't go for the long goal. And apart from that, you can make a action plan also to put on your table. So according that the action plan will remind you to how to guide the students and how much in a week. So and then you'll go for the counseling, take action. So you'll start from the counseling from one by one, maybe one day one person, one student, second day one student. So weekly easily you can done your 5 counseling in a week. So this is all over about the counseling process, and this is how can you identify the students behavior and guide them. So if anybody have any question, you can ask me. Hello? I am audible, ma'am. Okay, so I'll stop here, and thank you so much for your listening very patiently. Hmm?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. It is very clear.
You will get you will get you will fill the feedback form about the session and content and time framing. Everything you have to fill up in that form. Okay, thank you so much, each and everyone present here, and I especially thanks to the head of the principal of the Infant Jesus High School, and also I thank to each and everyone, all the teachers who are participating in that webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
sir.